Welcome to Sea of Thieves. This is Damron. We're playing Sea of Thieves, and I'm doing something long overdue. I kept meaning to do this for a long time, but finally getting around to it. And that's showing you all the Beacons of Fate location that came out with the Festival of the Damned about a year ago. And that's going to help you get the Legends of the Damned commendation and title if you haven't got it. I'm sure many of you have got it already. But, I figured I'd just go ahead and put this together for those of you that don't and haven't got all the beacon locations. So let's get right into it. The first thing you need to do is get a Flame of Fate, and there's several of those, and it's dying specific ways. So you saw there I died from poison, which can be a snake or the Kraken. And once you go to the actual Fairy of the Damned, interact with the middle lantern to get that particular color, which in this case is purple. You can get pink from dying from PvP, green from dying from skeletons, red from fire, white from lightning, and blue from dying from sharks. So either Flame of Fate that you want to get, go ahead and grab that and let's get started. I'm going to show you the most efficient way to get all 12 locations, and we're going to start at the Devil's Ridge, and you can see it right up there on the top, and you see it's actually lit with a normal lantern color. Keep in mind, for these commendations, you must light them with Flames of Fate colors. So you need to get whatever color you want. Now if it's lit regularly, you're going to be able to set that flame by holding left trigger and then pressing Y on the beacon in order to now put your color onto it. So a couple things to keep in mind here. If you walk up, let's say you have a green lantern and it's already lit green, you are not going to be able to light it. You have to either get a different color or bring a bucket of water up to the beacon and put the flame out, and then you can light it with your color. So let's get moving on to the second location, which is Crook's Hollow. That's going to be northwest of where we just were. And in Crook's Hollow, this beacon is going to be on the top of the island on the southernmost portion. So go ahead and launch yourself up there, and you're going to find this beacon right on this rock, right on the southern tip of the top of the island. So let's light that and get moving on. Alright, moving on to the next location, which is at Plunder Valley. That's directly west of where we were from Crook's Hollow. So go ahead and sail over there. And this beacon is on the very top of the island, right in the middle. You can see it up there. So here's a good point. It is lit with a green flame when I happen to get here. So I cannot light this with a green flame. I mean, I could if I doused it with water. The easiest way is if you see a flame that's lit to just take a different color up there. And a good thing to keep in mind is once you get these colors, go ahead and light a few lanterns on your ship with that color so that you have different colors available to you. In fact, if you light your boat with all 6 colors, you'll get a commendation as well. So moving on to Mermaid's Hideaway, which is northwest from Plunder Valley, where we were. This beacon is up in the grass, up right in the middle of the island. He just bounced off that rock. But let's go ahead and launch ourselves up there and light that beacon. Alright, from Mermaid's Hideaway, we're going to head northeast to Cannon Cove. In Cannon Cove, it's right in the center of the island on this large rock formation. You can see it up there. Now, the only way you can get up here is a cannon shot. You cannot get onto that rock formation walking. So keep that in mind. Lucky for us, it's a very large rock formation. It's a very easy cannon shot. You have a lot of surface area to land onto. So that's an easy shot. Just launch yourself up there. Go ahead and light that flame. I'll also take this opportunity to show you this is a location of one of the skeleton thrones that are in the game that you have to sit into with you and or other crews. I do have a guide for all those locations. I'll show that right here. If you need those, feel free to check that guide out. So moving on to Smuggler's Bay for our 6th beacon location, which is just north of where we were. And on Smuggler's Bay, you're going to find this beacon on the top ridge, kind of right in the middle, facing the actual bay itself. So climb up there, walk up there, shoot up there, however you want. But let's get to the top ridge of Smuggler's Bay, and you're going to find this beacon on the bay side of that ridge, kind of right in the middle. Alright, moving on to Marauder's Arch. Now we've headed all the way east to the other side of the Sea of Thieves from Smuggler's Bay. We're all the way east, and you can see we're on the northern aspect of Marauder's Arch. And if we kind of look, you can see this beacon sitting right up on the stone archway, right, that kind of crosses from the northern and southern portions of the top part. So go up there, either walk or shoot yourself, so you can see it right on that stone archway. Right in the middle is our next beacon. Almost fell off there. Don't fall off. Alright, moving on to the Crooked Masts, which is our 8th of 12 beacon location. It's just south, slightly west, kind of south, slightly west from Marauder's Arch, all the way down to Crooked Masts. And this is the hardest one to get. If you go on the northern aspect of Crooked Masts, you're going to see up on the, peak there is a little platform. I don't know who got up there and built that, but, kudos to them. That's a remarkable piece of engineering. But this will be your hardest one to get to. Just practice it. Don't forget to take a Flame of Fate with you. There's nothing worse than landing on that platform and realizing you don't have a Flame of Fate in your lantern. But nonetheless, you'll get it eventually. Get up there and light that beacon with a Flame of Fate for our 8th location. Alright, just a little bit east slash, east by southeast from Crooked Masts is Kraken's Fall. You can see we're on the northern aspect of Kraken's Fall again. So if we are looking from the northern aspect, you'll see this Flame of Fate beacon up here, kind of on this rock outpouching. So let's go ahead and shoot up there. You can walk up there. There's a path that leads. You don't have to shoot up here, but it's easy to. If not, you can walk up from this path here. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and light this beacon, and we're moving on. Alright, so we're heading into the Devil's Roar now. We're going to go east from Kraken's Fall to Fetcher's Rest. And on Fetcher's Rest, on the northernmost islet of the island, is where the beacon is. And it's on the most eastern aspect of that little northern islet. In fact, you can barely see it through the trees there out in the distance. You can walk up there, shoot up there, again, however you want to get there. So let's go ahead and go light that beacon. That was the last one that I needed, actually. So that's going to give you, once you light all 12, you're going to get the Legend of the Damned title and commendation, which is what we're going for. So moving on to Ruby's Fall, which is south, a little bit east, kind of south by southeast from Fetcher's Rest. And on Ruby's Fall, this particular one is right in the middle of the island. You can see it right up there, right directly in the middle. And you can just climb up the path there, or you can shoot up there for a little bit quicker, sort of like I do. But once you get up there, however you want, light that, and we're on to the next one. Alright, our final beacon location is the Devil's Thirst, which is south by southwest of where we were from Ruby's Fall. And this particular beacon is at the top up here, kind of at the top of this land formation. You'll have to walk up the hill there. If you are on the other side of the island, if you're coming from the east, you can shoot up there pretty easily. But I came from the western side of the island, so just shoot over there. And while we're walking up there, I'll take this moment just to say thank you to all my followers. The channel's been growing. It's been awesome to have you guys comment. I know this maybe not get as many views. It's a little older of a guide, right? This beacon locations have been out a while. I've been meaning to do this, but as always, I figured I'd just show you the quickest and most efficient way to grab all these if you don't have it done already. So I hope you guys found it helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my stuff, please like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified when I put new stuff up, and hopefully we'll see you out on the seas.